Hey guys, I'm Dr. Wallace. I am the creator of the Teach Me A&P YouTube channel as well as the Teach Me A&P Patreon page. I just want to take a second to talk to you guys about the Patreon page, how helpful it can be to students who are taking anatomy and physiology, as well as show you how to use it. So first off, real quick, why sign up for Patreon? Say you're just watching my YouTube videos and they're really helpful for you and you're not really sure why you would take that next step. The Patreon page is really helpful because one, it allows you to get all of your study tools for anatomy and physiology in one place. Not only can you watch the videos that you guys are watching right now to help learn the material, but you can also have the PowerPoints that go with those videos so that you can print them out, take notes on them, and get the full lecture experience as if you were sitting in that classroom with my students. You also get study guides. The study guides help you to take all of this massive amount of information that you're learning in anatomy and physiology and narrow it down to the most important information. This is the information that you should really be focusing in on and making sure you know for your exams. I also am now creating flashcard sets that I'm making available to you on Patreon. Those flashcard sets are a really good way for you to quickly memorize the key facts and key information from each chapter. It would usually take a student hours and hours to make all of these flashcards. I've got them created for you already so that you can just download them and click through them quickly. I also have practice exams and exam keys. This is an opportunity for you to take all of the information that you've learned and put it to the test to really see if you've not only memorized the facts, but you can actually use them in the exam format. Now, all of these materials are wonderful, and having them available to you in one place makes it really easy so that you're not, searching all over the internet to try and find stuff. And you know that those materials are coming from myself. I've created all of them. I'm an anatomy and physiology professor who's been teaching for over 10 years. I've won multiple awards for the work that I've done in teaching anatomy and physiology. I can guarantee you that the information you're getting is accurate information and that it is on point. What I mean by that is it is the most important information. I'm sure a lot of you guys have experienced, where you sit in a classroom and you get a professor who just reads off the slides, gives you, 100 slides per lecture, kind of flips through them quickly, and isn't really teaching you anything. I teach you. I'm going to explain the concepts. I'm going to cut out the stuff that doesn't matter and really spend time focusing on what does matter. That is helpful. Also, you know that what you're learning is correct. I can't tell you how many times I've had students hop on, share sites and start studying from quizzes or flashcards that other students have made, only to find that they're not accurate. I would not trust my grade to another student who I don't know, and I don't think you should either. The stuff that I'm making is right. I can tell you guys, if you use these materials, right, if you're willing to put the time in and use all of these materials that I've made available, you'll do well. Just check the comments on YouTube. I have so many comments where students have said, I got an A thanks to you. Thank you so much for this. This has helped me improve my grade from a C to an A, or from a D to a B. I promise you it is helpful. If you do what I'm telling you and you put the time in and use all of the materials, you will do better. So if you've decided that you want to take that step and become a patron, it's really easy to do that. Before I kind of promote how to sign up, let me just tell you guys, if you just want to watch the YouTube videos and learn from them, that is perfectly fine. Like, that is a great way to, get extra help and learn the information. And on the Patreon page, I have the PowerPoints, like the lecture PowerPoints, available to the public. You can download those lecture PowerPoints and you can use those without, signing up and paying the $5 monthly fee. If you want access to, the flashcards and study guides and practice tests, then you have to actually join and become a patron, which, by the way, I absolutely appreciate the support. That's why I'm able to put the time in and, spend the hours making all of these flashcards. The support that I get from you guys makes it feasible for me to take time out of my day to do that. So if you want to become a patron, you can go to the website that you see right here, patreon.com/TeachMeAandP, or you can go to the link in the description of this video. Once you go to the website, you're going to see just what you see in this picture right here. I only have one membership available. I only have the $5 a month tier. That gets you all of the resources that I post. Just click on this little blue button that says join, and then it'll bring you to the page where you enter all of your information, and then that's it. You are a patron. You can access absolutely everything that I create and upload. Okay, so now you're a patron. That's wonderful. You've got tons and tons of information. There are hundreds of posts full of A&P info. How do you navigate the page? First off, all of the available information comes to you in posts. So there will be a post that has, a PowerPoint attached, or a post that has a PowerPoint and the video that goes with it, a post that has an exam, right? So that's how you access the information. Each file comes to you in the form of a post. The posts are organized by date. So the most recent posts are going to be at the top of the page. And then as you scroll through, you'll go, down in time, right? So the oldest posts are going to be at the very bottom. Now, do not spend your time just, randomly scrolling through looking for what you want. Again, there are hundreds of posts that will take forever and it'll be super frustrating. Each of the posts has tags, and the posts can be organized or filtered by those tags. Now, from the homepage, like once you're a patron, the homepage will look like this for you. And as you can see down here, right, there are examples of different tags. For example, there's the Anatomy and Physiology 1, Anatomy and Physiology 2. Those are not going to narrow it down very much because there are a ton of videos for A&P 1, or a ton of posts rather, and a ton of posts for A&P 2. There are tags that will narrow it down a lot more. For example, exams, right? The arrow that I have right here is pointing to exams. If you click on that, you'll see all of the practice exams and then all of the exam keys. I post the exam and the key separately so that you can take the exam and then afterwards you can check the key. I'll make another video that's all about how to best use those practice exams. If you don't see the tag that you want to use here, then you'll just click, right next to that where it says more, and it'll bring up all of the possible tags. You could search for flashcards and just the flashcard posts will come up. Study guides, just that will come up. If you're looking at the blood chapter, you could do the tag for blood, right? So that is how you should navigate the page. Unless you're just curious and you just want to see what all is available, then you can just scroll through the posts. But if you're looking for something in particular, then search the tags. That will help you narrow it down and make the experience a lot better. Also, if you look on the left-hand side of the homepage, you'll see all different little categories that allow you to navigate around the page. If you want to contact me directly, then you should click on messages. That's what this green arrow is pointing to. Messages, that's like your inbox. That will allow you to create emails and communicate directly to me personally. I do pay attention to these and I will email you back. For example, if you have a specific question about something, if you're looking at one of the tests and you don't quite understand the answer, feel free to reach out to me. I am happy to email you back and explain it to you. This is nice. You essentially have a anatomy and physiology professor there to answer questions for you. Especially if you don't get your questions answered very well by your current professor, this is a nice way to have a backup. You can also comment on posts, and I will see that as well. So like on the post at the bottom, there's an area where you can comment. However, keep in mind, everybody sees those comments. The comments are not private. So, whatever it is that you post, all the other patrons are going to be able to see it. If you message me, that's private. That's just between the two of us. Okay, so finally, you've become a patron. Thank you. You've learned how to navigate the site and find the posts that you want. Now, how do you get the most out of this experience, right? I'm sure everybody here wants to get an A in an A&P1 and A&P2 so that you can move on to your selected, typically healthcare pathway. So how do you get that A? This patron page is going to provide you with all of the resources you need to be successful. Absolutely everything you need to be successful in anatomy and physiology. Now it is up to you to use the resources. No matter how many wonderful things I give you, you're not going to get an A if you don't put the time in, right? If you don't work hard. So you guys need to use these resources that I've made available to you. This is how I recommend you do it. First, learn the material. You do that by using the PowerPoints and watching the lecture videos, just like you were sitting in my classroom. Pay attention, take notes, etc. Once you learn the information, then you memorize the facts. You can do this with flashcards. I have a ton of flashcards available. I'm making more every single week. They come out twice a week. If I don't have flashcards for the topic you're working on, you make the flashcards, okay? The flashcards are how you just memorize the facts, right? All of the basic definitions, they get memorized. Then you need to ensure that you fully understand the concepts. You can do that with the study guide, right? The study guide allows you to take all of those facts that you've learned and put them together into coherent concepts. Once you've done that, you should be pretty close to ready for the exam. So you can apply all of that learned information by taking the practice exams. Take the exam without the key, then go ahead and use the key, grade it, check out everything that you got wrong, and go back and revisit those concepts. Again, I'm going to make another video that's all about how to get the most out of those practice exams, and you guys can check that out. But this is the gist. Learn the material, memorize the facts, understand the important concepts, and then apply all of that learned information. If you have any questions, go ahead and let me know. Again, thank you all for your support. I really, really appreciate it, and have a good day. Happy learning.